The photograph. There is a rule in my grandmother's village that no one photographs the dead. Not because it's disrespectful, but because sometimes they look back. I learned this the hard way when I was cleaning out my uncle's house in Lopburi, 3 weeks after he died alone in the back bedroom. Heart attack, the doctor said. Peaceful, natural. The kind of death that asks no further questions. I was the only family member willing to go. Everyone else had reasons. Busy schedules, bad backs. My cousin Dao said she had a feeling about the house and left it at that. I don't believe in feelings. I'm a nurse. I believe in what I can see. The house smelled like old wood and mosquito coil. Most of my uncle's things were worthless. Broken furniture, stacked newspapers, a television so old it had knobs. I worked through the rooms quickly, filling black bags, not thinking too hard about the man who had lived here alone for 11 years and called no one. I found the photographs in a shoebox under his bed. Hundreds of them, all printed, not digital, spanning decades. My uncle as a young man, my grandmother when she still had dark hair. Family members I recognized and some I didn't. I sat on the floor and went through them slowly. And for the first time that day, I felt something close to grief. Near the bottom of the box, I found one that made me stop. It was a photograph of this room, the back bedroom, taken at night based on the darkness in the window. The bed was made. The room was empty, except for the corner by the door. I brought the photograph closer to my face. The image was grainy, slightly overexposed. But in that corner, just at the edge of the light, there was a shape. Tall, thin, the suggestion of a face that was turned not toward the camera, but slightly away. Like someone who had heard something in another room and was just beginning to turn toward the sound. I told myself it was a shadow, a trick of the flash. I am a nurse. I believe in what I can see. I put the photograph in my pocket and kept working. It was only later, driving home, that I took it out again and looked at it under the car light. The shape in the corner was the same, but the face had turned. It was looking directly at the camera now. And though the image was small and the quality was poor, I could see enough to recognize the face. It was my uncle. The photograph had been taken 3 weeks after his death. I called my cousin Dao that night. I told her what I found. There was a long silence on the other end of the line before she spoke. She asked me one question. When you found the photograph, was it face up or face down? I thought about it. I was certain. It was face up. I had seen it clearly from above before I even reached into the box. Dao was quiet again. Then she said, "That's not possible. I was in that house 6 months ago. I found that photograph and I put it face down. I put it face down and I pushed it to the very bottom of the box because I didn't want anyone to find it." I asked her why. She told me. The photograph had not been taken 3 weeks after his death. It had been taken 3 weeks before it. My uncle had set up a camera in the corner of his bedroom because he had been hearing something at night. Something he couldn't explain. He had shown the photograph to Dao in a message. asking her if she could see what he was seeing in the corner by the door. She had driven to Lopburi the next day to check on him. The house was empty. My uncle was fine, laughing even, saying he was being foolish. That was the last time anyone saw him. I still have the photograph. I've looked at it many times, trying to find a rational explanation for the shape in the corner, the turned face, the timing. I haven't found one yet. But what bothers me most is not the shape in the corner. It's the expression on my uncle's face. He isn't frightened. He isn't even looking at whatever is standing behind him in the doorway. The tall, thin shape that I can now see clearly when I look long enough. The one that isn't in the corner at all, but is standing directly behind him, close enough to touch. My uncle is looking at the camera, and he is smiling, like a man who has just realized something, like a man who has just been told a secret he probably should have known all along. I keep the photograph face down now. I tell myself it doesn't matter. But every morning, before I pick it up, I check which way it's facing. So far, it has always been face down. So far.